It's Week 11 of the NFL, and we've got the Vikings' second-year quarterback, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Vikings and the Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. Nothing doing on that one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. David Montgomery with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. From the end zone, here comes Williams. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. We'll go ahead and stretch.
Hey, what's up, man? Appreciate that. Mr. Williams to the house. And the kickoff return.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point by Batchley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Williams. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
Well, in prep for this one, it was fun talking with the defensive staff because they had to review last week's game tapes where he threw for over 400 yards. And they started ho-humming that performance. And finally, you said he threw for over 400. That's got to be significant. That's why he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
They better be careful what they wish for, ho-humming. He might do it again. He's got a man complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams. A touchdown on a kick return and now run through the air. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going.
Brandon Cooks. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Over the middle and complete to Addison. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown.
Jamison Williams
Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter.
and the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings ready to go again on offense.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up a throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here's Williams to return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Lions to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. Now it's gone. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On 1st down, gone.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The numbers for St. Brown a week ago.
He was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Following the penalty, Montgomery, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked over for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man play up.
He'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Jameer Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Goff now looking to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Jack Campbell
able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Jameson Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback to run it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens.
This 2nd and 4.
Goff.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on third down. A yard all they need, but it's third down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11th. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the visiting Bears who come in and get the victory on the road. Justin Fields, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And you can see, currently they trail.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Jamison Williams. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Detroit. For Jared Goff, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw
To Jefferson on the slant.
and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Looking to throw. Throw left side, taken in by
Yeah, Jamison Williams just
so the completion
from
good for
the
6
damn
yards.
game today on this
And
man.
that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy.
He's got like
first
200 or
down,
300
but
yards
very
receiving.
Consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Goff.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
That's going to be caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Sam Laporta, 31 yards. And the Lions have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alex Anzalone picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Goff.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Holding offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Back to throw. Goff. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Inside the 20. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
A 5-yard touchdown run.
and the Lions are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Back to throw here.
Slant route, and he's got Addison.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense so far on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Now come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll look to throw again. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Extra point by Sly is up and good
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
That's caught at the 25. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Goff going to throw it. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Here's Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
All right, that was a little ridiculous. Believe it or not, that was on All-Pro, too. I don't know what the hell was up with the computer that game, but Jamison Williams was scorching their asses. Ripped it up out there. So we're 10-0 now. Let's take a look at some of the stats here. Goff should still be leading the league in touchdown passes. Yeah, 37. I think he only has 3 picks. Yeah, 37 and 3. That was this game was definitely something else, though. Insane amount of numbers I put up. I might have to put the difficulty up at some point now. This is my 3rd season out here with the Lions, but damn. I mean, everybody's been kind of, leveled up with their XPs and stuff, but that was kind of crazy. Yeah, Jameis, I guess after a big game like that, you expected him to lead the league up there for receiving yardage touchdowns. He's got 20 Mingo up there. Wow. Let's see. St. Brown, yeah, there he is. 75,000, 12. Anzalone's got to have like 20 damn sacks down here, too. Excuse me, Rodriguez. That's the thing. This thing keeps glitching, too, though. Like, I'm sure you guys have came across it, too. When you see your damn league leaders, sometimes your guys aren't on there. He's on there now. Rodriguez was 16. But every once in a while, you look at that, and your guy won't be up there for league leaders for whatever damn reason. Yeah, right there. It's on All-Pro. That was a little crazy right there, but All right. What are we, 10-0 now? I got 7 games left. I still ain't used to that 17-game schedule, but 7 games left. Get in the playoffs. Try to go for 3 straight damn Super Bowls for the Lions. Thanks for watching. See you guys.